MeidasTouch frequently highlights serious wrongdoing by Trump, but just as often it makes drama out of small day-to-day incidents like Trump looking fatigued at a press conference that ultimately don't matter much. And it's critical when Trump is doing 50 things a day to have a clear sense of what to prioritize and focus on, and to understand that whether Jimmy Kimmel has ripped Trump apart in a new monologue is much less worthy of discussion than Trump and Lee Zeldin's gutting of the Environmental Protection Agency, which MeidasTouch so far doesn't have a video on. In addition to the absence of discussion of environmental issues, perhaps the most crucial way in which Trump endangers the future of the very human species, they rarely cover Gaza. MeidasTouch is part of a broader universe of content creators that are aligned with the Democratic Party. That includes Brian Tyler Cohen and David Pakman, among others. Notably, in March, according to a source with personal knowledge who told Current Affairs, Pakman attended a private off-the-record meeting with Kamala Harris on the day of Joe Biden's State of the Union address. And during that trip, he met with Cohen, the Marcellus brothers, and dozens of so-called independent progressive media figures. In an internal email, Pakman later told his staff that the content creators at the White House had talked among themselves and everyone had admitted that they deliberately avoid producing Gaza coverage in order to prevent controversy. In a way, their silence is preferable to producing outright pro-Israel propaganda, but the fact that the entire media strategy they have revolves around ignoring difficult topics speaks volumes. One might imagine that had these media outlets been around in the 1960s, they wouldn't have talked about the Vietnam War or the Civil Rights Movement. And as of right now, neither MeidasTouch, Brian Tyler Cohen, nor Pakman has produced a video on Trump's attempt to deport pro-Palestine protester Mahmoud Khalil, a major escalation in the crackdown on dissent. If Trump had illegally tried to deport a pro-Ukraine protester, there's no question these influencers would be covering it, and their silence exposes an unwillingness to challenge the Democratic Party's bipartisan complicity in suppressing pro-Palestinian voices.